Imagine you're living 10,000 years ago. You suddenly become very sick. There are no hospitals, no ambulances, no pharmacies, no antibiotics, no medical schools, no doctors. If you broke a bone, who would help you? If you were bitten by a dangerous animal, who would save your life? If your child became seriously ill, who would know what to do? So, who was the very first doctor in history? The answer is far older, and far more fascinating than most people realize. Long before civilization, humans lived as hunters and gatherers. Every day was dangerous. People suffered broken bones, deep cuts, animal attacks, poisonous plants, burns from fire, and deadly infections. Without treatment, even a small wound could become fatal. Yet humanity survived. How? Because people slowly learned from nature. They discovered that some plants reduced pain. Others stopped bleeding. Some leaves helped wounds heal. Certain tree barks lowered fever. Honey helped prevent infection. Knowledge wasn't written down. It was remembered and shared. Early humans carefully watched the world around them. They noticed injured animals licking certain plants. Some birds used herbs in their nests to reduce parasites. Even today, chimpanzees sometimes chew bitter medicinal leaves when they are sick. By observing nature, humans slowly discovered which plants were useful and which ones were deadly. Generation after generation, this knowledge grew. There were still no doctors, but there were people who knew more than everyone else. The earliest healers were not professional doctors. They were respected elders, wise women, herbal healers, shamans, and experienced members of their communities. People came to them for help. They cleaned wounds, set broken bones, used herbs to reduce pain, helped mothers during childbirth, and comforted the sick. Most treatments were simple. Some worked surprisingly well. Others were based on beliefs that we now know were incorrect. But every generation learned a little more. Medicine slowly evolved through experience. As humans built villages, then cities, knowledge became more organized. Around 5,000 years ago, some of the world's first civilizations began recording medical knowledge. Ancient Egypt became one of the earliest centers of medicine. Doctors examined patients, treated injuries, performed simple surgeries. Even dentists existed. Medical knowledge was written on papyrus scrolls so future generations could learn. For the first time, medicine was becoming a profession. One extraordinary man stood out. His name was Imhotep. He lived in ancient Egypt more than 4,600 years ago. Imhotep was an architect, an engineer, a scholar, and a healer. Many historians consider him one of the earliest known physicians in recorded history. His knowledge became so respected that centuries later, Egyptians honored him as the god of medicine. Although we cannot prove he was the very first doctor, he is one of the first doctors whose name has survived through history. Many centuries later, another great figure changed medicine forever. His name was Hippocrates. He lived in ancient Greece around 2,400 years ago. Instead of blaming diseases on angry gods or magic, Hippocrates believed illnesses had natural causes. He encouraged doctors to carefully observe patients, record symptoms, and search for logical treatments. His ideas transformed medicine. Even today, many doctors around the world still take the Hippocratic Oath, a promise to care for patients ethically. Because of his influence, Hippocrates is known as the father of medicine. From herbal remedies, to ancient surgeries, to microscopes, vaccines, X-rays, MRI scanners, robotic surgery, and modern hospitals, Medicine has advanced farther than early humans could ever have imagined. But every incredible discovery began with one simple goal: helping another human survive. So, who was the first doctor? The truth is, there wasn't one single first doctor. Long before history was written, countless unknown healers cared for their families and communities. Their names have been lost forever, but their knowledge saved lives. As civilization grew, people like Imhotep became the first recorded physicians. Later, great thinkers like Hippocrates transformed medicine into a science. Every doctor today continues a tradition that began thousands of years ago. One patient, one discovery, and one act of kindness at a time. The next time you visit a doctor, remember, you're witnessing one of humanity's oldest and most important traditions. A tradition that began long before hospitals, long before medicine, and long before history itself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy discovering the origins of everyday things, history, science, and life on Earth, subscribe to Origin of Everything and join us on our next journey into the past.